Hi everyone at Mill Pond School. This is Lauren Bond, Charlotte Bond, or Mrs. Bond's daughter. We have here a Texas license plate because we are in the Lone Star State, and it is a new state to me, having grown up in Massachusetts, and I want to introduce you to my new life here in Austin and share a bit of the city with you. This is actually the state capital of Austin, Texas, and that means, similar to Boston, it brings in a lot of good things for the state. There's a lot of businesses here, a lot of good schools, both in elementary school and middle school through high school, but then also is a big university city. So we're just going to take a little walk right here and take a look at some of the things Austin has to offer. For instance, the first thing being, here's a good view of just the parks that we have here in Austin. You can probably hear the wind in the background. It's one of our big parks here. We're right next to Lady Bird Lake. Just gonna walk you over. Now what you're seeing is actually just a bit of the Austin skyline here, and you'll notice those big cranes. Now that's because Austin is a growing city and there's a lot of people coming here, which means that they need to build up the city a bit more. There's needs for more parking, so more parking garages for people who are working in the city. There's also a need for more residential buildings, so we all live in houses or apartments. Everyone here too needs to have a place to live, and a lot of people are looking to live in the downtown city, so those cranes are helping us build those new buildings here. You may hear birds in the background. You may see runners, bikers, walkers. There's a lot of things happening here in downtown. Now it is a little gray, but I have to tell you, it's not going to be gray for long. It happens to be sunny here, I think over 300 of the 365 days in a year, so that is a big percentage of the time. So here we're getting a little closer to be able to take a look at the lake together. You can see there's a lot of trails here as well. Makes it a very walkable city. People are very active and get to enjoy different activities here year-round. Definitely there's the seasons, but you feel them less so here in Austin, just because it is warmer, more temperate. So let's just take a look here at the lake together. See some Longhorns wear for people supporting the University of Texas and their athletics. That's the big university here. Right here we have access to Lady Bird Lake. So taking you right up close and personal with the lake here. So a lot of people come through here and they'll go kayaking, and you can hear the birds. It's definitely a natural haven. Just taking a look at the city, one of our bridges here. If we were to go a little bit down that way, we'd actually hit a bridge where the bats come through, and they all live under the bridge and come out every night. So it's something you can look up on YouTube. There's videos of the bats coming out. Very interesting to see. But in the meantime, just giving you that look at the lake, taking in all things green here in Austin. We even have some palm trees over here, so just noting it's very different than what we have for vegetation in Massachusetts. Some of these unique buildings up here, there's even one that they call the Owl Building right there. You can see at night, has those two beady eyes that make it look like an owl. And it lights up the city and is that compass for everyone. Similar to that Citgo sign in Boston, you have the owl up there. And that's how you know you've reached downtown Austin. Alright, so now we've transitioned from the Lady Bird Lake area down by the water like we just were at, and that is going to flow into the Colorado River. But beyond that, we have downtown, which I pointed to, and now my boyfriend Anthony, who's taking video right now. He and I are going to walk you through what the downtown looks like a little bit further. And here we see that there's visitor information, as there is in any city. You can see the famous cacti that grow down here. Like the palm trees, there's different vegetation here in Austin, Texas. And this is just an example of something that we see every day when we're going around Austin. Now, if Anthony comes with me and make our way over to the Capitol. Now, similar to our Capitol building in Boston, it's very regal and grand. And what you will see is a difference is that it's a lot larger than what we have in Boston. But it doesn't have the gold dome that we have. So we just walk a little bit up here. We'll see the Capitol very shortly. And we are on Congress Avenue. It is the main street in Texas. Now, up here it's more traditional in terms of the city center, more historic buildings. That said, there's still a lot of activity, businesses, bars, restaurants, theaters. But as you go to the other areas of Congress, over the bridge of the river, what you'll end up seeing is more the funky area, more performers out playing music. It's a cultural hub, so very fun. And then, like I said, a lot of different activities to be active. We have our biking here in downtown Austin. And actually, what we should show you here is a map of the city. Now, right here, we are at the state capitol, and Congress Street continues to go up, but then we actually were at Lady Bird Lake just previously, and actually I live right over on South Lamar, so that's my home. And I don't know if my mom told you guys, but I moved down here for my job. I work for a software company that is actually up north, so it's going to be past the University of Texas, even off this map. So Austin is a big up and coming and growing city. And I'm going to pass the video back to Anthony so that we can keep going with this little tour. Here we are by the Capitol, just crossing the street here, taking it in. A lot of people come and take walks with their dogs or with their kids. And right here in the city center, this is where all the lawmakers are able to go through and process different bills and have the difficult and hard conversations that come with leading a state and helping to lead the country. Now, as you can see, there's a series of monuments of historical significance, similar to ones that we have in Boston as well. But it's a very, very grand estate that we have here. Brings a lot of people in to see what their lawmakers are doing. And if you have the chance to come down to Austin, Texas, I do suggest that you come to the Capitol, take a further look yourself, and see the American flag, the Texas flag here. Once again, just taking in the pathway that leads you up to the Capitol here. Looking back on our city. It really is pretty amazing being in a new place and exploring. And I'm sure with each visit my mom has down here, she'll come back with new stories and new things to share with you guys.